Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Transfer Tuesday. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Transfer Tuesdays are a day where we make some money movements, no matter how big or small, to either paying off debt, to our savings, or at some point we will get to our investments. And the reason that we do this is just to have a weekly habit to develop some consistency in moving around money that we have saved up and really being able to see small steps of progress that really add to our motivation. So last week we were able to transfer $328.31 across our three different areas. Let's take a look at how much we're going to get saved this time. So hello and welcome back to Erin Twibbles Around Aimlessly. And I particularly want to say hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers. Really quite excited to have had quite a few people joining us over the past week. So wherever you've come from, I'm really glad that you have found us and decided to join our debt-free journey, and look forward to meeting you and engaging in conversation with you in the comments. So my name is Erin, and my husband and I are on a debt-free journey, and we're using a Budget Mom and Dave Ramsey inspired zero-based budget approach. So today is Transfer Tuesday, a weekly practice that was popularized by Mary over at Pennies Not Perfection. Her channel is linked down below. My husband and I have really ambitious goals of paying off all $46,000 of our consumer debt in 2021. And this is just yet another tool in the kit that we are using to reach those goals and stay accountable. So the accountability part is pretty big. So let's go ahead and jump right into what it is we are doing. And how cute is this calculator? My husband got this for me. He found it at the gift shop at the hospital when I was in hospital a couple of weeks ago. And so he picked it up for me, knowing that I love everything unicorn that goes with it. So I'm really quite tickled to have a little unicorn calculator, and we'll remember to use it this week. So we are on week 2 for me of February, and in February we're focusing on 3 areas. Number 1 being our credit card. And so we had, when we did the budget, had a planned amount of $1,032 that was going to be sent to the credit card. And I believe they've told me for the very last week, health insurance, private health cover still was not taken out. So we are having that $80 back. It should start coming out next week. Fingers crossed. Well, not really. I mean, it's been kind of nice having the money, but hey. But what that comes to then going to the credit card this week is $1,112. Number 2, we have our usual suspect, our weekly roundup. And so our weekly roundup, this is where any digital purchase that I make, so from our digital envelopes, no matter if it's $2 or $22.03, I round up either to the nearest dollar, the nearest $5, or the nearest $10, depending on which account it is coming out of. That is because with my cash envelopes, I do a change challenge. I also do a $5 challenge as well, because our $1 and $2 denominations are coins, always gets pretty much rounded up to a number ending in 5. And then I'm doing a $5 challenge, so I just go up 1 over that. I had a lot of digital purchases this week just because of all the different health issues that are going on with me, and all of those health and medical come off of our debit card. So this week we had $64.22 that we rounded up, and this just goes to a spare fund savings account. It's kind of a temporary home for for this, so it's temporary residence, and we're still working out where we want to put it. There's a couple different purchases that we want to make come July after we file our Australian taxes. I don't even want to think about the next 2 months of March and April where we have to file our U.S. taxes, because surprise, surprise, the U.S. has this wonderful thing called double taxation. So not only do I get to pay tax on my Australian income in Australia, all of us have to file taxes individually for the most part in the United States, including my son, who has lived here since he was a teenager, has never worked in the United States in his life, and still has to go to a tax advisor to get his taxes filed, because it's not as simple as just going online and filling out a form. Good times paying taxes twice per year. I love it, said no one ever. So number 3, after my little rant about double taxation, number 3 is the Budget Mom February challenge that I am doing. So I am doing the Budget Mom 2021 challenges, and this is also going into the spare fund. She actually has 2 challenges each month, and then one for children, which are really, really neat. I can put the link for the challenges down below. I think she's still selling it at a discount where you can get it. It's like $10, and you get access to all of the resources, the envelopes, the Facebook community, all of that, which is really super supportive. And so for this one, it comes, so this was calculated in the budget, and that is $45 there. And again, that's going into the spare fund account, and this is the same as we had last month. So our total that we have, hello unicorn, I just love it. I'm just one big child. So we have $1,112 plus $64.22 and $45 equals a total of $1,221.22 that we are going to be transferring in total this month. So a bit larger as compared to last week, but that's just the way that our budgets go. So sometimes we have lower amounts, sometimes we have higher amounts. I like them both. So try starting somewhere. If you're not doing anything, don't focus on my numbers. It's not about the numbers. It is about the process. It is about creating the habit. Try it for a month, and it feels good. I always say Tuesdays are just the happiest days that I have during the week. I probably should have done like a transfer Monday, because everybody could use some positivity on a Monday, huh? But the final 2 parts then of what I do is, of course, I have my credit card tracker. And so we'll zoom back out here. We'll say goodbye to the little unicorn. It almost looks like Unikitty. Oh my gosh, when the Lego movie came out and Unikitty was there and I saw her, I was just like, I must have. Big child in me. So, tracking our credit card. Again, I amortized our credit card, which means I went through and I calculated approximately what our total payoff was going to be based on interest that is accrued. We are on track for having this paid off by June at the latest. So happy over that. I'm just like, I'm containing my excitement for that. Today we are actually going to get over the 50% mark, because we are 1,112, and that is about 8.5 boxes. So we are getting past our halfway point, which I did not think would happen in February. I saw it happening in March. I was being very optimistic for March, but we are hitting that in February. How amazing is that? This is all being done just off of our normal income. And yes, we are a bit higher than many in our income, so we're not doing the full, gazelle intensity of picking up extra work, having lots of side hustles, etc. For a range of reasons. 1, my health would not allow it. 2, I'm not allowed to do extra work outside of my academic position. We have all kinds of rules and contracts. My husband has gotten a couple of raises as well already this year, and as did I. So this has just been with us, tinkering around with our budget and finding where we can pull some extra money, and what are some sneaky ways that we can get that in. That's how we are doing it. You don't always have to go full on, because I know it can be a challenge as well, taking on all of that, additional work. It can be a big strain. I remember when my husband and I were working 7 jobs between the 2 of us while going to graduate school to get out of debt. It was tough. It took a toll on our marriage. Well, we weren't married at the time. We almost didn't even get married. It was that tough. So we've taken it a bit easier. Could we do all that extra and have it paid off faster? Yes. Do I think that the price we would pay on our relationship, and particularly with my health issues, is worth that? Absolutely not. So I'm taking this approach, and that's what works for me. And it might not be the full-on Dave Ramsey approach, but hey, that's why I say it's Dave Ramsey-ish, and it's Dave Ramsey inspired, not Dave Ramsey strict. So we have that colored in, and tangent aside, I did have a mistake here in that it's 12,792, not 12,279. Transposed numbers. Hey, sorry. So again, last week on the 9th, extra payment. So we were starting in January with 7,452, slightly higher than where we ended because I had the annual fee for the credit card come in. No, I am not canceling the credit card. That is my own choice. We also had a final interest amount on the original that it was, and then just a small fee transfer over to because we moved from about a 25% credit card to a 6%. We just transferred the amount, and that gives us 5 months to pay it off, and we are fully on track. So last week we had year-to-date paid 41%. We still owe $7,212. With this week's extra payment of $1,112, that brings our total payments for the month. So our total for the month of February so far, $1,352 that we have paid. That means that this month we have paid off 18% of what we owe, and of what we owed starting at January. For our year to date, we have now paid off 54%, and we still owe $5,860. So tracking really well, really happy with where we're at and how we are going. We're ahead of track, and I am really quite happy. I'm really quite happy with that. So that is it for today's Transfer Tuesday. This is how simple it is to do. And you start off, it's early morning here, which is why you're hearing all the birds and everything that are going. And it's so easy to do. I cannot encourage you enough to try it. Share what you've done. What transfers have you made this week? What progress have you made? What movements forward have you made? Share that down in the comments below. I do hope all of you are doing extremely well wherever you are, that you're having a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon, a good week, a good month, and overall a great year so far. Remember always to choose kindness, show gratitude, and keep a positive mindset. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.